But one of the things that we really want to focus on are the skills that a spiritual director needs. And we're going to center on the wonderful work done at MIT by a guy named Bill Isaacs, who talked about the fundamental field set up in a dialogic space, which both Martin Buber and David Bohm have taught about so brilliantly and eloquently. But Isaacs has isolated 4 fundamental skills of dialogue, which are also central to a good spiritual director. And these skills are really skills of character, skills of soul, skills of enlargement of the heart and the soul. But a spiritual director also needs to have done the journey him or herself. I can't guide someone to a destination unless I've taken a deep, deep participation in that journey myself. And this is what we want our spiritual direction program to embody. So the skills that Isaacs talks about are really skills of character. They're skills of listening, really opening to the other person who's speaking. I was just thinking, the Bodhisattva of compassion in the Buddhist tradition, it's Kannon in Japan, Kuan Yin in China, but she is called Avalokitesvara in the Sanskrit Buddhist tradition. Avalokitesvara literally means the compassionate one, literally means the one who listens. Perhaps the greatest gift we can give to another person is the gift of listening, of receptivity, of not being aggressive and insertive. Another skill that we're going to be talking about is a skill that David Bohm called suspending. What Bohm meant by that is that we have a plethora of beliefs which allow us to negotiate with the world, which actually help us, as the Buddha has taught, to create the world in which we live. And yet, when we're speaking with someone, when we really want to listen, we have to, as the Buddha said, try to detach from, become less dependent upon our own set of beliefs, and to be open and create a space of compassion where we can actually listen. So learning how to suspend, learning how to detach from my own ideas of the world and my own ideas of myself is very difficult, and it's a skill that we really need to practice. And yet it is essential for honest communication, for authentic communication, and it's essential for a good spiritual director. So we will be working with that as well. The third skill that Isaacs articulates, and which we will be practicing, is what he calls the skill of voicing. If you don't sing your song, who will? And yet we're often reticent, self-effacing. The ability to honor our innermost beliefs, our innermost heart, and to speak our truth is really essential to authentic communication and to authentic spiritual direction. And finally, the final value, the final skill that Isaacs talks about, he calls respecting. Respecting seems obvious, and yet to really respect another human being is a profoundly spiritual, profoundly sacred thing to do. What this is based upon is the recognition that we are all part of, well, what the Hindus call Indra's web, the great web of the universe. And in each interstice of the web is a diamond. And each diamond shines with the light of every other diamond. Sparkling, sparkling universe. So each of us is a part of everyone else. It reminds me too what Rabbi Hillel said, be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a very hard battle. Respecting, listening, voicing, and suspending. These are going to be the 4 skills of a spiritual director, which we will emphasize in each of the four intensives that will make up our revitalized and recycled spiritual direction program.